I had a person leaving a party once, and I had a legendary celestial moose come by and just drive its antlers to their chest and then drive off with them.
What does a celestial moose look like?
Ghostly.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess after you encounter a moose, you'd probably feel kind of ghostly too. So the first question that I have for you actually comes from Reddit. These actually all come from Reddit, but from different subreddits, just so that you know.
Reddit's free real estate. Do you know how many videos I have listened to or seen that are just AI voices reading off Reddit questions and answers?
That's what we're going to become soon. The AI is going to replace us one of these days. It's like the Terminator. The question... We are already back. The question actually was from a couple months ago, but I think that this is in the annals of questions that seem like they should have a really simple answer, but they didn't get there. This, I think, is up there. My player wants their character dead.
Perfect. I love it.
Yes.
No notes.
Hello, everyone. One of my players made bad decisions with stats while creating their character, and now wants me to kill them off. How can I go about killing a character in a way that isn't stupid or unsatisfying?
Okay, first off, if they made their character and are unhappy with the stats and no longer want to play the character, does it matter if you kill it off in a stupid or unsatisfying way? They don't want to play the character, they're not connected to it, not attached to it.
This is why I said in the annals of questions that seem like they have a simple answer to them. This feels like it's like there's a really simple answer, just scrap it. And some of the comments that are below are basically just either let them fix the stats or, the new character was always in the party.
That was the other thing I was going to say is just let them fix the stats, and if they're really attached to it, just be like, just this once because you're unsatisfied and you messed up, you get a freebie. Change the stats. You get to re-roll them or reassign them, whatever. Make it more satisfying.
Yeah.
But again, that or just have the character leave the party, be like, yeah, I'm not vibing with these people, and just have them exit stage left and bring in a new character.
I mean, that is what typically happens if somebody ends up leaving the party or joining, is just you just kind of move the character in or move the character out, or they go off to, farm. They go to a farm upstate. I don't, that's also possible. I think the question that I have is why does the player want them to kill their character off?
I mean, you could just die in your own way. I mean, getting morbid, you could off yourself. Clearly, that's easy enough to do for a character that can use magic, I assume.
Yeah.
Accidentally blew myself up with a fireball. Oh no.
This feels like there should be a Lemmings situation. Just where it's just the old characters that didn't work out just keep falling off the cliff.
Yeah, just a bear comes and swoops. I had a person leaving a party once, and I had a legendary celestial moose come by and just drive its antlers to their chest and then drive off with them.
What does a celestial moose look like?
Ghostly.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess after you encounter a moose, you'd probably feel kind of ghostly too.
It had tons of corpses in its antlers, it's fine. We do have a couple comments from the people already.
Yes.
Our live studio audiences were. Clayton Calix said, do it in the style of Saw with a Final Destination twist.
Oh god.
Which feels like more of a setup than you need for Saw. That's a lot more elaborate.
I think though that Clayton might be onto something here, because what we can do is everybody takes the characters they don't like, they don't want to play, and we put them in the Saw situation, and then the party itself has to figure out how to rescue them, but they're bad at it. So they all fail. They all fail.
I mean, you'd go, hey, we have these people held hostage here, and the party just goes, you don't like any of those guys.
Then you just move on. Or if you create a bunch of characters that you think you might want to play, and then you put them into Saw, and the one that actually survives is the character that you play, because obviously they've been able to get through the...
And their backstory is now just, I survived a Saw trauma.
You survived this. You get a little sticker that you get to put on your backpack.
It's like you voted.
Yeah, it's the you voted. It's like, this character survived the Saw trap. Just put it on their back.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, now we've made an RP thing. Yes.
Crave has said people die in dumb, sudden ways all the time IRL. Call it realism.
That is true. Yeah, you just have him hit by lightning. Hit by lightning?
Like 5 times.
Yeah.
Just to make sure of it.
Yeah. Snakes.
Snakes, yeah. Bitten by a snake.
Yeah. Random snake bites. That always works. Crocodile. I've been in role-playing games where literally there's just crocodiles. You just end up with your entire crew on a river in the middle of like the Amazon. And this literally did happen when I was in 1879. And yeah, crocodiles attacked the boat. What are you gonna do? I could have very easily gotten eaten at that point.
Probably should have.
That would have been a great way for Dr. Ferris McFly to die. That would have been excellent.
And then Seago has actually a bit of a longer one, which is fine. It says, as we say this, I have just had a discussion with my DM that I am leaving the campaign. I am not looking to die, just to fade into the background. And he goes on to say, I suppose if I want to die in-game, it is because I am 1, dissatisfied with my character, 2, dissatisfied with the campaign, 3, just want to try something different but are being weird about it, and 4, are actually weird and like that sort of stuff. Fair enough. I definitely had a cleric once years ago. It wasn't a great DM. And I was trying to do a thing and they kind of made my character go in a different direction than I wanted to, and I was like, I'm not feeling this. So I'm going to retire this character. I'm like, he's going to go like work at a church.
Yeah.
He's a priest.
Yeah.
He's going to go just administer the local church and stop adventuring. So I was like, bye, making a new character that I have more control over.
Yeah. I mean, old characters never die, they just fade away, right?
Sometimes they die.
And then they come back as a lich.
Side note, I am very not a fan of having DMs use your old characters without your permission.
That is a fair side note. Yeah, absolutely. If I'm not playing the character, I don't need somebody else to play it for me. That's not something, unless I specifically say, yeah, no, don't. Yeah, they can be in the world. I'm just not playing the character anymore. So, but I need to give express permission.
Yeah, I have had that same DM use a couple of my characters that I really liked, and they used them without asking me if they could, and didn't do them in a way I would have wanted them played. And I was like, ooh, now this character's kind of dead to me. Great.
You come back like 2 months later, and they're like, yeah, your character's a dick now.
I was like, well, I don't have any attachment to this character anymore, so thanks.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is one of the reasons why I don't really think that we play a lot of our characters after we've done with the campaign that we're in. Like, the character kind of just goes away. Except for, like, Snowball, who's usually in, like, one-shots. Every one of the characters that I played is specific to the campaign.
Seagood actually just said, not having the DM play my character is one of the reasons I've had to have a discussion with the DM, and will just fade into the background. Yeah, fair. I feel that I do not want a DM dictating how the character I'm playing does things, or did things, or the direction they go in.
Yes.
So, if in this instance, the question being asked was the DM had to raid your stats for you, that would be, yeah, I'd want that character dead too.
Right. How can I go about killing a character in a way that isn't stupid or unsatisfying? That just sounds boring, to be honestly.
Yeah.
I
think that goes back to the idea that, well, I think it goes back to the idea that deaths in like RPGs need to be meaningful.
Yeah,
which I don't fully ascribe to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like, again, as Crave said early in our chat, death happens all the time for stupid reasons. Like,
That's
it's
true.
Not just a meaningful thing.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want it to be meaningful, then you kind of have to die doing a meaningful thing.
Yeah, And the thing that I'm kind of curious about is they say isn't stupid or unsatisfying, but unsatisfying to who? Unsatisfying to the person running the game, unsatisfying to the person who played the character, and why would the person
All player
care?
deaths are satisfying to me.
Again.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You enjoy them all the time. You've done them constantly.
As someone keeps trying to peg me in a hole, that's it.
The only reason why is because every one of your stories about you running a game involves your characters dying. This is the reason why I say it. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyway, any other comments on this before we move on to...
Sure, yeah.
Another
Seago goes on to say that I think the reason the player wants the character to die is to make sure the game cannot mess with the character. Which, again, that does make sense unless they bring him back from death, but then your character's dead to you and them, so...
Yes.
They do something with the corpse, that's on them, I guess.
Right.
And then goes on to say, again, every character death should be meaningful, even for stupid reasons, but there should be meaning in that death.
Right.
Meaning is that they died.
Yes, that they die.
They died doing what they love, trying to liberate honey from bees, while having a severe bee allergy.
This is true. This is true.
An incredibly stupid reason to die, but it meant they got their honey.
Well, they were trying to liberate the honey because they were trying to ingratiate themselves to bears. And then the bears did not appreciate it. And then got stung to death and then eaten by the bears. So...
I don't... Do bears eat corpses often?
If you're covered in honey and bee larvae... I think that happened.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? Hey, Alex, when you're on vacation, why don't you try this out for yourself and see what happens?
Which part am I trying?
All of it. You know,
all right.
I think that this is a great. This is another weird question. Is for D&D or for TTRPGs is just generally like, hey, if your character, okay, covered themselves in honey and then went over to a bear, would they get stung to death by the bees or would they get eaten by the bear first? Which one?
Is this like a trolley problem?
This is a Pooh Bear problem more than anything.
Blood and honey.
I think we might have solved this Did we solve this problem?
We've had answers to the question. I don't know if
Good.
we solved it.
Great. Okay.
Anyways, I guess the answer to the question is there's plenty of ways to kill a character. If you want it to have meaning, then give it meaning. Do something. As Seago had said, Braff the Halfling was crossing the road to buy flowers for his girlfriend and got run over by a high-speed runaway carriage. Stupid, but filled with meaning.
It's true.
Plenty of meaning. So I guess the meaning is where you make it.
Meaning is where the home is. If any of you also have a question
Question?
No, if any of you out there have answers to this question, feel free to leave them in the comments down below on the video. And
any of you that are live, we're gonna move on to another segment, I think, is what Nathan's saying.
Basically what I'm saying is, we're gonna move on to the second one because I don't know what else to really say about this except do not cover yourself in honey and go after bears. I think that was really the lesson that we all took away from this. I think we're better for it. You know what? You tell us in the comments down below.